That's right, we're back. Hello. It's Friday. Alright, keep that in mind. It's August 5th. Today's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Alright. And happy birthday. Oh yeah, also happy birthday to my aunt as well. And happy birthday to anybody else's happy birthday to anyone else who just happens to have a birthday, which also happens to be today as I'm speaking. Happy birthday to you. And happy belated if your birthday is like tomorrow or it was yesterday or something. Anyway, we're gonna hit now that all the birthdays are out of the way, like it's like the end of Bob Barker's the end of Price is Right or something. We're gonna go ahead and hit a baseball. No. A baseball, like the base. That's not. See, I can't do that. We're gonna go ahead and hit a clothesline from hell into some news because it's time for the Turnbuckle. Fucking Madman podcast coming on at the same time. Who do they think they are? No. Anyway, we're starting off with our first bit of news. Backstage update on Riddle's WWE return. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Riddle will wrestle Rollins at the Saturday night's main event show in North Charleston, there it is, South Carolina, and then Sunday Stunner event in Fayetteville. I hope I'm saying that right, in North Carolina as well. Although the matches were previously advertised locally. There goes the mic. Hello. Hold on. It's falling. Wait, hold on. Okay, mic check. Oh, silent. I was gonna say, you know what? I was gonna say Silent as a Lamb, and I was like, it's not. That's like the movie. It's not. That's also not. It's not good. Anyway, where am I? Although the matches were previously advertised locally, there's uncertainty over Riddle's availability due to the storyline injury to Stafford. On the 25th, on the July 25th episode of Raw. And then he's been on the shelf, and then he was on SmackDown. No, he was on SummerSlam, and I was like, wow, why Riddle's here? And then he got curb stomped on the steel steps. So I assume that's not really writing him off if he's already off. What is that, prolonging him, I guess? I don't know. So, I mean, hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. I mean, listen, he's in the, well, okay. There's a lot of wrestlers who are, like, injured, and they're, like, still out there. So, I don't actually, all right. What was it? Riddle will wrestle Seth Rollins at Saturday night's main event. Storyline injury he suffered. He's expected to return in-ring action at 2 WWE live events this weekend. Okay. So he's back then. I would argue that if you're wrestling, then you're doing all right then. Unless you're doing like Cesaro and you're just like, you just got it on you. Like that's just part of your thing now. I don't know. So, what else? Despite Link Sullivan with the injury. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, he's wrestling. So, I guess he's better than okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna, he's fine then. What are they testing him? Is you're like gonna break when you do this? I don't know. We'll have to see. What? Like, all right. I'm pretty sure he's all good. Next, it's Friday, all right? I want to talk about Road Dogg, and I want to talk about our Road Dogg. Wow. Road Dogg stops begging Tony Khan for a job, but still wants to work in AEW. So, on the latest episode of his You Didn't Know podcast, Road put his new approach in action when he said the following. You know what? I'm going to change my tactic. Watch this. I don't want a job, Tony. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. With that check out of the way, Dogg admitted that he still wants to work for AEW. Look, truth be told, I'd love to work there because I do think I can make this television show better for the viewer. Having said that, I'm a really good time right now. Hold on. I can make this television show better for the viewer. Having said that, I'm having a really good time right now doing the podcast, doing other people's podcasts, doing stuff like this, doing the conventions and the signings. I'm in a really good place. If I can pay the light bill, I'll be happy just sitting right here. I like that. I like the idea. This may not even be true, and if it's not, it's fine. But I like the idea that he's like, you know what, Tony? You know what? It's fine. I don't even need you. It's fine. I don't even need your job. It's all right. It's okay. You know what? I got my things over here. Okay. I got my stuff. You know. I got my parcels. You know, to take care of back here. Okay. And I can't really. You know. I'm looking through and I'm just booked up. I'm sorry. You know. And Tony's like, all right, man. Tony's like, he's just like, yeah, cool. All right, yeah, no problem, man. It's just like, yeah, Tony, you know, but you know, give me a call whenever. But yeah, I don't even know what Tony's even thinking about this. I don't even know. If you're Tony, I don't know. It's not that I don't even know. Would you hire him? Would I hire him? I don't know. I like to pull the bit out a little bit longer if it's just me. Just for the fact that he's now changed his tactic altogether. I just want to see what else he comes up with. Really, I kind of want to see how long this goes on for. I'm just curious now. And next we're going to talk. Oh, I'm curious about this too. We're going to talk about WWE reportedly easing policy on several forbidden terms. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. All WWE's talented roster process will still be referred to as superstars going forward. The new regime led by Stephanie McMahon, Nick Khan, and Triple H is reportedly open to the idea of talent using the term wrestler and wrestling on air. Okay. So, yeah, you can still be a superstar, and you can still be a wrestling champion, I guess. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, talents were previously instructed to never use the two forbidden words without receiving authorization. Wow, really? However, the terms are no longer considered dirty words. And almost everyone backstage in WWE is thrilled by the new policy. In previous years, the rebellious CM Punk would often use the two terms on air. Oh yeah, the best wrestler, but he likely received the go-ahead to do so. Similarly, Cody Rhodes refused to use WWE's time-honored verbiage upon returning to the company earlier this year, referring to superstars as wrestlers and titles as championship belts during a Miz TV segment. Wow, I didn't even see that. Look at me. I'm a terrible person. The Observer report received to echo a previous report from PW Insider, which noted that Triple H is loosening up restrictions. Okay, so yeah, man, they're allowed to say the W word now. And I like, bro, this is happening I don't want to say this is happening rapidly, but I would say that this is happening in a very efficient motion, if I could just put it in that regard. Is that bold to say? But I feel like this is happening in a very timely manner. Very what's the word I'm looking for? It's efficient, but I don't know. It's another word. Either way, the point is they're working very quickly with this. And I mean, yeah, they don't even have to go through anybody really, right? He's head of creative. They're the co-CEOs. They don't have to they don't necessarily have to there's no middleman. They're it's just them. They can just be yes, no, yes, right? So this is probably this is gonna what's a plant that sprouts really quickly? I have no idea. The point is, right? This is gonna be I keep saying over and over, but man, I'm excited. Just like how I'm gonna be excited when, man, that's not okay. Just like how you're gonna be excited when just follow me. We're coming over to the side of the ring. What are we doing, you ask? We're doing some ringside rumors. Wrong one. Fucking shit. I had my thumb on it and everything. Hi, hello, how are you? Oh man, I should get a set, and I should walk off set and then do the thing and then just walk back on set. Perfect. I should change the suit. I should have suits. Boys, you don't even listen. Anyway, this week on Rumor Roundup, no, ringside. Oh, you want to know? Because okay, sorry. Anyway, Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer said CM Punk was hurting pretty bad. As of 2 weeks ago, it seems doubtful that it will be ready to return to AEW for September's All Out pay-per-view in Chicago. Oh, man. All right. Well, then, thank goodness for the interim championship, huh? PW Insider indicated there are no concrete plans for Bayley to appear at SummerSlam prior to Triple H taking over WWE Creative, which we pretty much already knew. Insider also says the decision to bring Io Shirai and Dakota Kai to SummerSlam were last-minute calls. Kai did not travel to Nashville until the night before, and WWE did not file a trademark to the ring name Io Sky until my birthday, July 31st. That's right. Bro, when Dakota Kai was talking about last minute, she really meant last minute. She meant like down to the wire last minute, okay? I did not know that it was really like that. I did not know that it was crunch time, all right? When you think of crunch time, that's crunch time, all right? You're really fucking you're really stamping like books and whatnot really late, all right? Insider also said the decision to bring Io Shirai and Dakota Kai, like both of them, like quick, hurry, get in, quick. Where are we going? There's no time to explain. You have to be a wrestler. Hurry. And into the private jet, and then they're out of there, and then they just out of the bottom of the plane. They don't even land. They just and the parachute. But you couldn't even see them because the matches were happening. They parachuted in, bro. But Bailey got stuck in a tree. It was crazy. How do I know, you ask? I got my sources, all right? You don't even ask. WWF SummerSlam tryouts were a disaster. According to Wrestling Observer Live's Brian Alvarez, he said there were a ton of injuries, including several concussions. Oh no! Independent wrestlers were not allowed on the tryouts, but that will likely change in the future. What, man? Oh man. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. Oh man. Who's training them? How is this? Why? Who are these people? Why? Why is this happening? He said there were a ton of injuries, including several concussions. Independent wrestlers were not allowed at the. WWE issued the following statement today, providing details on the upcoming talent tryouts during WrestleMania week. The D-Day event begins Wednesday, March 30th, will take place in Frisco, Texas, at the Ford Center. At the Star, athletes will partake in performance evaluations. Oh yeah, WWE launched its official NIL name, image, and likeness program. Okay, hold on. Athletes will partake in performance evaluations, individual and group promo evaluations, in-ring technical sessions, and sit-down interviews as part of the trial process. Additionally, current college athletes will participate in assessments as WWE continues its search for the next class of its next in line program. So it's like NXT for NXT. I feel like we already talked about I feel like I said that somewhere. I heard that somewhere. Where am I? Oh, hold on. Go back. Bro, that's crazy. They really got a fucking. I don't know. Is it because is it like a thing where it's like, all right, do the thing and then it's an accident, or is it a thing where like he doesn't know how to tell them? It's gotta be some sort of communicate. It's gotta be some sort of like, I jump, but you like, you do the thing where you are about to lift, so like you miss time the move, pretty much. Like it's gotta be some sort of like communication deal. Finally, Fightful says Tony Khan and Blake Christian reached an agreement that links him to Ring of Honor, though it's not clear yet if it's a full-time deal. Blake Christian, former NXT wrestler, was on AEW Dark. Now Christian's getting a shot with AEW. Oh, I feel like I'm reading this so wrong. Wait a second. March. Oh my god. I'm like, what? This what? Reached agreement that links to the Ring of Honor. That's not clear yet if it's a full-time deal. Okay. So Christian getting a Ring of Honor deal? Is that, if I'm reading that correctly, if I'm reading it correctly, all right, there's a possibility that Tony and Christian are trying to ink some Ring of Honor deal. It's not clear yet if it is a full-time deal, so we don't know yet, but Fightful is saying that, though. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of this. I'm not even going to lie to you. This one really stumps me. Reached an agreement that links to the Ring of Honor, though it's not clear yet if it's a full-time deal. So it could be anything. Announcing? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, boys. That's going to do it for Ringside Rumors. Next, we're going to talk about Shinsuke Nakamura, hints of being resurrected. All right, so if you don't know what this is, right? Shinsuke Nakamura, no, Bailey put out a video of her doing CPR to like the legs of like some sort of like wrestling dummy thing, and Shinsuke, no, yeah, okay, yeah, they made a video. Did Shinsuke make the video? It's gonna be loud. Okay, it's muted. Yeah, look, it's legs. And then Bailey finds him. Okay. Oh my god, okay, it's loud. I knew it was gonna be loud. Shh. Okay. And then she like does CPR. Okay. Did he like quotate it? I'm so confused. He must have. Go back. Never mind. I don't know what's happening. Get me out of here. Yeah, he must have tweeted it. And then said, someone killed me, but I'll be resurrected. Now, listen. You can go ahead and speculate that this possibly means that Nakamura is coming back. But you could also just... you could also just hint this... Well, no, you could also just, like, link this to Bailey trying to bring back a pair of legs to life because she thinks that Shinsuke Nakamura. And she's probably been working out for a very long time. And she ran out of water halfway through. And she said, you know what, I'm just going to power through. And then she realized it was a bad idea. She got dehydrated. And she started hallucinating. That could also be a reason. We don't have to always fucking throw, take shots in the dark. All right? That could also be a possibility. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. This could literally be anything. As could a lot of news, to be honest with you. Okay? So, but you know what? I tell you what, man. If this is something, this will be crazy. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm very curious. He's more than likely going to come back, though. If we're going to be honest here, he's more than likely going to come back. Because I assume Triple H is not just going to like. I mean, maybe Triple H is going to have to like do like Tony Khan. He's going to have to like, I guess like finish a couple things up first, and then Shinsuke can come back. But so far, I mean, we haven't really heard from him. So, but I mean, that can mean anything. So we'll have to wait and see. I keep saying that, but listen. I don't know what else to tell you. I can't predict the future. What do you a fucking third eye? What do you want from? What am I? All right, leave me alone. Anyway, anywho, moving on. We're going to talk about Becky Lynch and how she says it's the dawning. It's quote the dawning of a new era in the in the new era unquote. Never mind. Okay, in WWE, I can't read, chat room. You don't understand. I can't read. All right. Where am I? Becky Lynch, The Undertaker, and Bobby Lashley spoke with ESPN recently about the changes in WWE management. It is the dawning of a new era, said Lynch. For me, it's crazy and sad because everything I've ever known about WWE has always had Vince in charge, and we wouldn't have WWE the way it is if it wasn't for Vince. He's somebody who believed in me and allowed me to do everything that I've done. Still, Lynch believes that McMahon's departure opens up the door for changes to be made. We have the opportunity to change some things that maybe weren't so great that we didn't love, she continued. I think everybody's very excited. Sorry. I think everybody's very excited and optimistic because we know that the people in charge are some of the greatest minds in the business. Having Triple H at the helm of the ship is phenomenal. What he's done with NXT speaks for itself. What he did with the women's division and how he allowed us to change the business forever speaks for itself. She continues to say he understands as a talent what we go through and what we need to be more creatively energized. Lynch continued, there has been a tendency in the past for creative to change last minute, or we don't know where we're going. It's hard to bring everybody along on this journey if we're rambling. Triple H has a great eye for storytelling and for creating the women in the same way he treats the guys. Just everybody's equal. How do we tell stories? And that's all it is. Lynch continued to say that she's hopeful WWE talent will be able to use words such as belt and fans again as well, which is happening. It's happening right now. The Undertaker also spoke with ESPN and said that the recent changes in WWE have led to talent being given more freedom. They're loosening the reins a little bit as far as what guys can say and do, Taker said. I think the product will probably be a little more aggressive. I think that's going to come through in the creative. They've kind of been in this entertainment mode, so they're going to have to get some kind of grit and meanness. Ooh, okay. We'll get you. U.S. Champion Lashley is optimistic about having Triple H at the helm. Doesn't believe Vince has stepped away completely, however. It's not like Vince isn't going to be there anymore, Lashley said. He's not going to just let his baby that he's grown to this level just falter. So he's still going to be there. He's just giving other people opportunities to keep pressing on. Stephanie, she's been in the business for her whole entire life. So it's not like she doesn't know. And look what he did with NXT. That's a big thing. That's a big Triple H did. So he's just gonna take that. He's just gonna take that same mentality and same philosophy, building stars, bring it up to the main roster, which is cool. It's okay. Hold on, Triple H. So he's just gonna take that same mentality and same philosophy, building stars, bring it up to the main roster, which is cool. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be refreshing. Okay. It's one of those you have to like be there in person to like see how he like, what's the word, enunciated it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much, if you've noticed, the news has just been the same, not in a bad way, but in more like a really good way, in a positive way, in a very uplifting way. Everyone's just really like happy and optimistic. I like that Lashley is still sort of like, not in sort of like a bad way, but he's like me too. Like I'm me personally, I also wouldn't say Vince is truly gone. I would say that after this blows over, after this is like all said, done, right? Whatever happens, right? Like, if Vince does maybe get, like, fined or maybe arrested even, then, man, that would be crazy. And then he really won't be able to do anything unless, like, was I talking about something before about Vince being a mob boss and how, like, even if he does go to jail, it's probably not going to be jail for him or something. Because he's more than likely going to go to, like, federal prison probably, right? And that's not going to be too bad for him because he's rich, right? No, I don't know. Anyway, what else? I mean, yeah, and then he doesn't, and then he gets like what, acquitted? I don't know. He gets out of there like he did with the steroid thing, and then he comes back, and then what? Oh, can you imagine? He comes back in charge and he's head of creative again. Can you imagine? Bruh, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Vince comes back and just swats everybody away. That would be craziness. Oh man, I hope that doesn't happen. That would be crazy. Can you imagine if he did that? He just kicks the door in. Oh man. He's not going to do that. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. First of all, that's his daughter. That's his daughter, all right. And that's Nick Khan. He's like the head guy, ain't he? You can't knock the head guy off, right? And then Triple H. He could probably knock Triple H off. Never mind. I don't know. Man, now I'm scared. I'm scared now. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. Can you imagine? Oh man. That'd be crazy. All right, boys. Finally, Brody King compares House of Black's vibe to WWE Hall of Famers. So Brody King thinks very highly to House of Black. Quote, I feel like especially right now in wrestling, there's nothing like us. King told noted tattoo artist Paul Booth while Booth added some new ink to King's leg. King doesn't think there's been anything like the trio of himself, Black, and Matthews wrestling in a long time. The closest thing you can relate it to is The Undertaker. King says where the WWE Hall of Famer was one guy doing it for the last 30 years. The former tag champion feels that their trio are, quote, amping that up and taking it to a different level. That's true. He says, this is true to us, and we're authentic to what we're talking about and what we're presenting. Hold on, let me see something. Okay, and what we're presenting. King continued, some people in wrestling, they have a gimmick. They're a scary guy on TV, and then a nice Christian dad when they go home. King, of course, refers to Undertaker, who cuts a threatening presence in the ring, however. Who cuts a threatening presence in the ring. However, he has recently revealed himself to be a religious conservative. Booth was in staunch agreement with King, feeling the King of Black and Matthew's authenticity is the group's prime selling point. King has been at Malachi Black's side since King's debut on January 12th of this year. Okay, so I would say that that's definitely a good way of putting it. They're definitely like a new age of like spooky and like mysterious and like we're really powerful, you know what I mean? And like, you know, we can get people to join us, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I like that AEW definitely has that with like the Dark Order and the Young Bucks and the Elite and all that sort of stuff and the Bullet Club and all that. Like, I really like that there's like factions. I like that there's like different factions that you can join and have like their own like vibe and group and everything. And I like that this is something that, you know, is being brought back and, you know, is being put back in the spotlight like how WWE used to do with like DX and NWO. Not in the sense of like they're like taking over everything, but in the sense of like these group of guys, you gotta like watch out for them. Like these are very significant people, you know what I mean? And if you join this group, you are also a significant person. You know what I mean? Like something of that ilk, I don't know. You know, but I really like that. Man, you couple this with just how WWE is potentially, just wrestling as a whole is potentially just going to absolutely explode in like so many different ways. You know what I mean? So, and just, I mean, yeah, that's, I mean, just really how WWE, not, man, I keep saying that, how wrestling is just going to like, I don't want to keep talking about it because I've been talking about it for the last 3 days. I keep talking about it. I can't keep doing it because I'm just gonna repeat myself over and over again. I'm scared of Vince McMahon just coming back because there's every chance that he could be like, all right, are we done? Okay, so I hit the mic. I'm sorry. Hold on. All right, there's every chance that Vince could be like, are we done? Okay, I'm back now. You move, get out of my way. There's every chance that he could possibly do that, and Stephanie could probably be like, no, we're in charge now. We're taking this company and we're going to like fucking shoot it to the moon. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. With this whole like, just positioning and what's the word, business jargon. I don't know. I don't know if Vince has the authority to do that because he lost his position. Would he gain it? Could he just gain it back? Is he like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar? Could he just walk in and be like, hey, I want a title shot? Can he do that? Legally and businessly? Can he do that? I don't know. Oh, I'm worried. Can you do that? Can you? Hold on. Can you get your CEO promotion back? What do I do if my manager's holding you back from bank? Can a company retract a promotion? Yes, but there could be legal consequences. So an attorney's advice should always be sought before rescinding the offer. Way to get the promotion promoted to CEO. Can you imagine looking this up? Can you imagine being like, I'm a CEO, what do I do? This is crazy. Okay. Sorry. I don't know. I didn't get a definitive answer, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really going to lie, boys. So on that horrifying note, we're going to go ahead and call it here for today's episode. That's right. It's a short episode. We went about halfway, and I don't even care, boys. All right. I had a great time talking with everybody. Okay. I had a great time speculating. All right. We talked about Riddle's return. Alliteration. He's reportedly expected to return to in-ring action at 2 WWE live events this weekend. So I guess he's all right. Good. Road Dogg's a doofus. Also, the Portland Trail Blazers are dumb. All right, just gonna point that out. Just gotta say that you gotta say that at least once a day. All right. WWE reportedly uses policy on several forbidden terms like the W word. That's right, we can say wrestler again. That's right. and we can say belt, and we can say fans. Oh my god, this is gonna be great. Rumors. Wrestling Observer Meltzer said Punk was hurting pretty bad, so he's not gonna make it to All Out. Punk, I'm sorry, man. I hope you get better really soon, man. You hear this, yeah? Man, if he does hear this, Punk, I hope you do get better, yes, son of a bitch. All right. What else? Insider indicated there were no concrete plans for Bayley. Oh yeah, it was super last minute, like super last minute. Especially with Shirai and Dakota Kai, it was super last minute. Some of them trials were a disaster. Injuries and concussions all over the place. It was terrible. And independent wrestlers weren't allowed. I don't understand why. Fightful says Khan and Christian, if I'm reading this correctly, reached an agreement that links in a Ring of Honor. Though it's not clear yet if it's a full-time deal. I have no idea what that means. Is Shinsuke coming back, or is Bayley just playing a joke on some dummy that they somehow ripped in half? I don't know how that happened. Okay? I don't think Shinsuke's coming back. Or maybe he is. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. Lynch and The Undertaker and Lashley were like, man, I can't wait to see what WWE's going to do now. Bobby Lashley doesn't think that Vince is truly gone, and I don't think he is either. I'm terrified. Brody King says the House of Black is like The Undertaker, and I like that there's more gimmicks in AEW and wrestling as a whole because it's great. Just like this episode, and just like the time you're going to have after this episode is over. Okay, I hope everybody has a wonderful... hold on, sorry, before you go, I want to give a shout out to you, and I want to give a shout out to chat. Yes, you watching. I want to give a shout out to chat and anybody else who's deciding to watching anywhere in the world. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful tonight and a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, big hugs all around.